Here I am Iddy Daya, and yes, now I'm sitting here with Dr. Hendrik Jurgens. He is founder of Skutis Corporation, Indonesia's first e-scooter business. Recently, also become a founder of Team Skuti Indonesia, which is the world's first female professional e-scooter racing team, and which is also our today's interview topics. So yes, Dr. Jurgens, is it okay if I'm calling you during this interview by your nickname, Henry?
Yeah, sure. If I may call you Iddy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Cool. Alright, so yes, thank you for making this time today to get interview about Team Skuti Indonesia. But yeah, before I start asking about your new racing team, would you like to briefly tell us more about yourself, maybe?
Yeah, sure. So you already know my name is Henry.
Yes.
I was born and raised in Hamburg, Germany, but my family background is actually Dutch. I'm living since 2015 in Southeast Asia and since the beginning of 2017 in Bali. So I started Skutis Corporation basically at the end of 2016 already, and I moved to Bali to open our first showroom here.
Okay.
And my actual background is law, and I'm also a former military officer.
That's cool.
It's a quite crazy mix actually. Yeah. But now I'm obviously a businessman and determined to live in Indonesia, to create a family here and settle down in Bali.
Everything is mixing.
Yeah, right. And well, I'm now 35 years old, and my hobbies are obviously e-scooter riding.
Okay, so you are a racer.
No, I'm not a racer. I think we'll talk about that in a moment. I somehow happen to become now the manager of Indonesia's first electric scooter racing team, but it doesn't mean that I'm a racer. I just like to ride e-scooters in daily life. I also like Thai boxing, swimming, running, so I'm a quite active person.
Wow, that's really interesting. Hobbies.
Yeah.
So, may I ask you, when is the Team Skutis Indonesia founded? Like, when it was?
Well, we formed it by the beginning of this year, so that's why we believe it seemed to be the first professional e-scooter racing team in the world, for sure in Indonesia. If you're not the first one, at least we're one of the first ones. And we didn't do an official launching event yet. We're actually planning that for the end of this month here in Bali. But we are already operating, we are already training, we are already formed as a team, so we are already running since the beginning of this year basically.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? Okay, so who is part of the team?
Okay, so the most important part of our team are our racers, of course. We have 5 races in total. Yeah. The first one is our team captain, Sabrina Sameh.
Okay.
Then we have Indri Babi. They are our 2 senior racers with 26 years of age.
So mostly it's girls?
Yeah, all girls actually.
Sexy girls! If you know about race, then maybe you should join this. Do this.
Well, in any case, they are at the moment all girls, but in the future we are also open for male racers or even for teenage racers. Just for the beginning, for now, we started with 5 girls for different reasons. So the other 3 girls are Monita, Inka, and Vivi. They're all between 21 to 26 years old. They're all Indonesian. They're all living in Java.
Yeah.
And they're all professional motorbike racers. Besides that, we have also, of course, an administrative team. So we have a financial administrator, we have technicians who are repairing, modifying, preparing our e-scooters. Then we have, I have a secretary, and some other people are also involved. And we are also cooperating with Visual Labs in Jakarta. That's a local marketing and media production company. And also with One Thompson. So One Thompson is one of the largest marketing companies in the world. And they are helping us to market our team and also to find sponsors, for example, to prepare our races for interviews like this. So that's roughly our current team structure.
Okay, so yeah guys, this is really amazing. Okay, next one. So what are your team goals?
Okay, but that's an interesting question. So, I believe most racing teams just want to become famous, right? They want to be successful, they want to race, they want to win, they want to make money, it's a business, right?
Yeah.
But our team is much more. It has many more goals than that.
Okay.
So the first goal that we have, and that's why we are currently consisting entirely of female racers, is we want to show the world that women can race at least as good as men, at least. Maybe in this case even better. I will talk about that later. The second goal that we have is making Indonesia as a country better known and respected in the international racing industry. Because even though racing is really big in Indonesia, there are so many talented racers, for some reason almost none of them is really visible in the international racing industry. They're all like locally good, sometimes regionally, but not really on the highest level. So we want to change that as our racing team. And that's why we hired the best female motorbike racers that we could find in Indonesia that are still active. And besides that, we also believe that by racing really fast e-scooters that can go theoretically up to 160 kilometers per hour, we will help to educate people in and outside of Indonesia about the existence of what we call roadworthy e-scooters, which means we promote through entertainment, through racing, sustainable mobility. Go green basically. We promote a new type of sustainable green vehicle basically. Yeah. So these are our main goals.
You're really good on that.
We will see.
Yeah.
So,
okay. And also, what do you think makes your team special or different compared to other racing teams? Yes, that's really interesting. I want to know about that.
Okay, sure. I think obviously that we are all women.
I never see other. Okay.
Yeah, I mean we are obviously all women. I think having a entirely female racing team to compete in racing championships that are mixed gender is unique.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
From the international perspective, it is also unique that we as an international racing team are consisting entirely of Indonesians. Certainly, it's unique that we are probably the first professional e-scooter racing team in the world.
Okay.
At least definitely the first professional female e-scooter racing team. That's unique. I think it's even kind of unique that I'm sitting here as a foreigner, being the teammate, manager, and founder of Indonesia's first e-scooter racing team, right? I think that's quite unique because I'm coming from the other side of the world, and then now someone happened to become a racing team manager in Indonesia. So I think that's also quite unique.
That's awesome.
And what is also cool is we united, as I mentioned earlier, 5 really talented racers, motorbike racers, with very different backgrounds. So they are all now in one team, striving for the same goals, supporting each other, and that's not an easy task by itself, right? So this is also quite unique in my opinion.
Okay, maybe I should know more about Skutis.
What do you want to know? I mean,
well, like I don't know about the others, you know, the name and the speed.
Okay, so well, Skutis actually is not a brand.
Like every each student have different speed or something like that, right?
That's true. I mean,
because I remember I only tried one,
the
green one, and I have no idea about the rest.
Yeah.
It's really a lot.
It is a lot. Actually, there are more than 1,000 different models that have all different specifications right now in mass production. So we could talk a long time about all the different models. It's actually already a huge industry. But to summarize it, basically in Indonesia you find e-scooters with a maximum speed between 10 to, at this point of time, 130 kilometers per hour, with a maximum range of 10 to 120 kilometers per charge. That's what we have on the market. Then you have e-scooters that you use in standing position. That's the standard. Our racers are also racing in standing position. But you also find e-scooters that are equipped with 1 or 2 seats. That's also available.
You can sit, so you're not.
Yeah, so you can bring your boyfriend or your girlfriend.
Like a date,
whatever.
romantic.
Yes,
oh,
that's possible.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have another one. What is your team currently doing, and what are your next plans?
Okay, so at the moment we are actually training because the background of our races is motorbike racing. So they all started to use e-scooters for the first time this year actually. And we are currently in training phase 1. So in training phase 1, all our racers are obliged to ride in their daily life roadworthy e-scooters on the road.
Okay.
Among cars and motorbikes, to get used to stand on an e-scooter, to brake with them, accelerate with them, to stand higher, because it is quite different compared to motorbike racing or motorbike riding.
Okay.
And secondly, our racers are currently doing special physical training, especially to train their leg muscles.
Yeah.
And they're even attending English classes, online English classes,
Ooh,
because if they
online
want to
English
go
classes,
international,
yeah.
then they should be able to communicate freely, openly in English. So we are helping them with that as well.
Okay.
And then for the future, as I mentioned at the beginning, we are actually having an official team launching event in Nusa Dua, Bali, by the end of this month.
Okay.
That will be a 3 days event.
Would you like to join?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
You're warmly invited.
Yeah, you guys there, should join.
But it's not a fully public event though.
Yeah, I
It's-
know,
it's,
but maybe if they want to rent and then
Yeah, I mean, sure. If you guys want to meet our racers or
Yeah.
try e-scooters, you can just reach out to us and we can arrange something. I'm pretty sure about that. And then the most important thing is next month in June or latest in July probably, we are flying with some of our racers to Italy.
Wow.
We are really excited about that because we made it to the qualifications for the world's first international e-scooter racing championship.
Wow.
It's
For
called
the
ESC
first.
World. Yeah, so the races of the championship will be streamed all over the world live.
Wow, that's good news, guys. So stand by and watch.
It's not just good news, it's totally incredible.
Yes.
It means we have Indonesians, female racers,
Yes.
who are going overseas to represent Indonesia and they're trying to qualify for a world racing championship on the highest level. It's like on the same level, like basically A1, F1,
Yeah.
Formula E, first tier, right? So that's we are really excited about that. We just got this news yesterday, actually.
Oh, you must be very excited.
Yes,
Oh, I
we
can
are.
see that. Okay, so can you, for the last one,
Yeah.
can you tell us more about ESC, the eSkootr championship?
Yeah, so that's what I just mentioned. So ESC
Yeah,
stands
like
for the eScooter Championship. The eScooter Championship is basically based in London, but it's an international, global business basically. So they consist of entrepreneurs and former racers from the FIA, from the car racing industry, motorbike racing industry. So the people that are part of the business are all high-profile people with good reputation, famous for what they're doing. And ESC is now creating a world e-scooter racing series. They also developed their own racing e-scooter for this.
Okay.
And the first World Championship is going to take place in Europe this year. We don't know yet officially which cities or when exactly, but probably in Central Europe around September. And ESC is also not just like our team basically, ESC it's not just a business.
Okay.
They also want to help educate people about the existence of roadworthy e-scooters as an alternative means of transportation. They also want to help governments to help them integrating roadworthy e-scooters into their infrastructure, to make new laws for them and so on. And that's really important. It's really a game changer to have ESC now operating and helping governments and businesses and so on. And besides that, they will also have a regional championship, national championships in the near future, and amateur leagues in different countries. And they are a mixed gender racing series, which means women and men are racing together in one team, but they can also race against each other. There's no discrimination at all.
Okay, so it's just like both same.
Yes,
Right.
you basically only have to be 16 years old and healthy, and then you can become an ESC racer.
Okay. So 30 years old cannot?
Yeah, of course. If you are healthy, if you know how to race an e-scooter, you can become in the future an ESC racer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's really interesting, isn't it? So, yeah, guys, maybe if you want to rent the Skutis or something like that, just like contact him or his crew, his team. And also, thank you for the interview today. It's really super cool. And then I'm so happy that you said you just got the news for the going to Italy for this. Oh my God, like support. Okay, guys. So, thank you for today.
Thank you very much too, Iddy. Sampai jumpa lagi. Bye guys.